The last time I talked about my iPhone 5, I had made a video that got a lot of views, in fact, about there being a grounding problem with the metal back and the metal band. Apparently, it was easy to lose signal, and over time, Apple patched the phone so that I guess they could make the signal look stronger than it was. But for the most part, I've actually been happy with my iPhone 5. The LTE on it has been pretty reliable. The Wi-Fi on it has required a couple of resets every now and then. I don't know if that was a software issue. It probably was instead of a hardware issue. But as you know, Apple has released their info about the iPhone 5S that's coming up. And I would like to be the first to say out loud, if I'm not already, that I will not be upgrading to the iPhone 5S. I said it before and I'll say it again. The only thing I really wanted for the iPhone 5S or whatever they were going to make after iPhone 5 was a bigger screen. Now, they come out as, I had heard a couple of, rumors, because there's always rumors about any Apple product. But I had heard rumors that the only changes were going to be probably a faster processor and a fingerprint scanner. Now, every single iteration of the iPhone comes with a more powerful processor, pretty much, and a better camera. And unfortunately, the problem is, at this point, the entire rest of the market has caught up. You see, a long time ago when they launched the iPhone, there was no reason why the first iPhone shouldn't have had a video camera. But whether it was because, I don't know if it was because Apple said that, fuck that, we'll release this thing again and make them come back online a year later and buy it with the video camera and the 3G, and we'll also give them the higher speed internet that they should have had at the very beginning. But there were apps that you could download to give the first iPhone video recording capability, but the video camera was way too slow to actually take advantage of it. And furthermore, back then the hard drives in the original iPhone were so small. It was like an 8 gigabyte and a 16 gigabyte. I think, if I'm not mistaken, there was a 4. I could be mistaken. But Apple really believed that they could keep making incremental changes and getting people to keep lining up for iPhone. Now, I had the iPhone 1, I had the 3G, I skipped the 3GS, and then I got the 4. I really liked the 4 when it first came out. Then I went and got the 4S. The 4S was a horrible battery vampire. Like, yeah, it had Siri, but that wasn't enough. I mean, the battery on that shit was dying. Like, my battery would drop from 100% to 80% within like 30 minutes, and it was really weird that phone just had serious battery vampirism problems. So I don't know if they ever, improved it or patched it or whatever, because I had 2 of those phones and both of them had the same problem. But when they went to the iPhone 5, that was, if you remember, when Apple stock was like way over like $700 or $800 a share. And the iPhone 5 is a good phone. I mean, in and of itself, it's a good phone. I mean, first of all, these are smartphones. Some people remark that, you're supposed to just use it for phone calls. But the simple fact of the matter is, your smartphone is a mobile computer that instantly turns on and off. Whether you're laying in bed or whether you're on the toilet or whether you're in a doctor's office or whatever, it's a small pocket computer that you can quickly turn on, quickly turn off, quickly put away. And these things are so small that it's not like carrying a tablet around or a laptop. It's supposed to be ease of use, and the iPhone 5 is actually a decent phone, but I'm not happy with the screen size. I have large hands. I have eyes that see pretty well, but I would rather have larger fonts, larger screen sizes. And I was hoping Apple wouldn't be stupid enough to re-release an iPhone 5 shell with new equipment in it, but apparently they were. Now that the smart guy in the room is dead, Steve Jobs, there's nobody at Apple apparently guiding them. I don't believe in the leadership of any of these people that are working there. and I'm very disappointed in what I see. It's going to take them, another year before an iPhone 6 comes out? And depending upon what the market does or how the market reacts to iPhone finally making it onto T-Mobile and the iPhone 5C being a very cheap iPhone that Walmart wants to sell for $89, a cheap iPhone 5 with a plastic back that comes in colors, I mean, the market will probably snap that phone up because, I mean, when you really think about it, basically you're just going to have a bunch of kids walking around with iPhone 5Cs. And you're going to have a lot of adults who are now in the market for an iPhone getting the iPhone 5S. But the iPhone 5S, I mean, it's got a faster processor, but who cares? The iPhone 5 already had a fast enough processor. That 64-bit CPU, I'll probably only see a difference when I'm finalizing a movie in iMovie because I don't play games on the phone anymore. So, you know, as fast as the CPU is, as much memory as they want to put in it, none of that really matters. All I really wanted was a larger screen. Now, for anybody who's quick to say, oh, you should just buy a Galaxy, I refuse to buy a Galaxy because I hate Android in mobile phones. Android works well in tablets. Android works well in netbooks. But I hate Android for the mobile phones. I don't like the Galaxy 3. I don't like the Galaxy 4. I don't like the build quality of any of the shit that Samsung makes with all the fucking plastic. The only Samsung phone I kind of like is the Galaxy Note, but that's way too big. I don't want a phone that big. The Galaxy 3 would be a nice size for the iPhone to grow into, but I will not abandon iOS for a Galaxy. I will not do it. The real shame of the matter is that the carriers and Apple have disallowed free tethering between iOS devices. The way I see it, I should be able to take this phone and I should be able to have it in my pocket and I should be able to use the internet connection from the phone on a tablet that's connected to the phone by Bluetooth. They used to have it in the very beginning on some phones, but then the carriers got smart and they said, yeah, you know what we'll do? We'll fuck these people over. We'll charge them $20 or $30 a month to have tethering on their device. BlackBerry had this system called BlackBerry Bridge at one point where you could tether a BlackBerry and a RIM Playbook, their BlackBerry tablet. You could tether them together and share the internet connection. I don't know how well that turned out because the problem was most people, especially on T-Mobile, were already using Galaxy devices, and a lot of them had left BlackBerry already because BlackBerry's hardware was shit. And when they came out with the Playbook was fucked up too. It didn't even have its own email client unless you bridged it, which I thought was stupid. But that's why that company deserves to fail at this point. So, in any event, we're getting ripped off. They want me to line up for this fucking iPhone 5S with the stupid fingerprint scanner. Now, guess what? The NSA, the government, the fucking FBI, they've been spying on us all this time, getting our information. We have no idea how many text messages, how many nude pictures of our wives and girlfriends and dicks. We have no idea how much of this shit the government has sucked up. And now they want to put out a fucking fingerprint scanner. And they want to put it into everybody's pocket just like they already did with the cameras and the FaceTime. They've got this stuff in everybody's pocket so they know, not only do they know exactly where you are at any given point, but on top of that, all they got to do is log into your account and they know exactly what you've been doing and who you've been doing it with. And since we're so stupid that we're like Anthony Weiner and we'll send pictures of our cocks and women are, women, I got a girlfriend who sends me pictures all over herself on the internet, or through the text messaging, and if the government has access to our stuff, they must have gotten shots of her ass. So now they want to give us a fingerprint scanner. I'm not buying into this one. I'm sorry, Apple. If somebody brings this to your attention, guess what? I'm going to be one person who has one of your phones, and I am not lining up for that iPhone 5S. I will not. I don't care if somebody tries to give it to me half price. I'm not getting it until you put a bigger screen in this phone. So I'll wait for the iPhone 6, and that's just that.